Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Not on your mouth. You guys. I paid $30 for these jammies. I will wear them year round, okay? Okay. Good morning. It is 40 degrees today in Tampa. So naturally, got the fuzzy sweater out. Not that I'm going anywhere, but still. Hi, hello, how are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, my name is Sarah, and I do videos like this. I do bookstore videos, reading vlogs, recommendations, all the good stuff. So if you're into that kind of thing, you should subscribe, and then we can be besties for the rest of ever. Today I'm going to be doing a 24-hour reading vlog because I want to get off my phone and I just want to read. So that plus that equals 24-hour reading vlog. The way that I do it here is I will pause it to eat, to sleep, to do whatever I need to do, because my body's not built to stay up for 24 hours, okay? I'm going to attempt to get the 24 hours done between 2 days, and that way it's, you know, kind of close together. So yeah, I am feeling a little under the weather today. I had a fever last night, and my throat's just feeling a bit funky, but alas. Anyways, so I wanted to tell you about the books that I'm going to be attempting to read in the 24-hour reading vlog. I have 2 to start, and then after that, we'll see. So I'm gonna start with, I'm listening to Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson, which is a paranormal romance. I'm like 55% into it. It's so good. Like, the fact that it's duet narration where she's reading her lines in his POV and vice versa, and it is beautiful. His accent, love it. Love it. We finally got to like the spicy scenes, and it's like hearing his voice during all that. Yes, where do I sign? Where do I sign? So I'm gonna be listening to that when I'm like making myself breakfast or doing any of those kinds of things. Like if I'm not sitting down and reading, I'm gonna try to be listening to an audiobook so I don't have to pause the timer as much. And then this book just came out. I only started reading it simply because of, look at that cover. Tell me you wouldn't read that too. But it's 3 books. One came out yesterday, one comes out tomorrow, the next one comes out on Saturday. So it's like 2 days apart, all written by different authors. And Paisley Hope wrote the second book, and I loved Holding the Reins by Paisley Hope. So it's a firefighter romance. I'm about 10% into this one. I started it last night. I like him, okay? I like him. We got like a reformed playboy situation and like workplace romance where she's being hired as an EMT and he's a wildlife firefighter, and yeah, so that's what we're getting with this. And then listening to Under Lock and Key. Yeah, I just feel kind of crappy today, but I wanted to read, and I figured like might as well start the 24 hours, so that's where we're at. I'm gonna switch into some jammies and start making breakfast, and we'll go from there. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see it too well. I got my Kindle holder here. I just hit the 50% mark on, it's called Fight. Yeah, I'm loving it. My hair looks insane. I do not feel well, but I'm still reading. I'm at just over 21 hours, so it hasn't even been that long. I'm already 50% in. It says I have 3 hours and 45 minutes left in the book. I like to flip the Kindle sideways when I'm reading on like the Kindle holder. I really don't know why. It's just more pleasing to my eye. So I flipped the orientation to landscape and I put the little clicker down there. But yeah, 50% in. I will say this about the book. We start off the first like 20-30% really good quality spice, which love to see it, love to see it. But then there's like a little bit, and by a little bit I mean the biggest miscommunication, and now like we got issues 50% in. This is following, I don't know if I said this already, this is following Callahan and Scotty. Prescott is her name. She goes by Scotty. And I think Scotty like escaped a cult. Have not confirmed that yet, but that's kind of the vibe that I get. And she moved to this small town. She's an EMT. He's a wildlife firefighter. And now it's kind of like she found herself in a sticky situation. She went for a hike during a snowstorm, and now he is gonna be the one to save her. So I'm really, really liking it. Like, it is quite good. It's very fast paced, like very go, go, go. And it's perfect to just sit and binge read. Mwah. I'm really, really liking it. I was expecting to not have a fever anymore, but here we are. I feel fine otherwise. Like, my throat feels a little weird. My head just feels hot. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, 50% in. Just wanted to give a little update so I'm not updating you and being like, I'm done. Okay, now back to reading. Good morning. Yes, my hair looks crazy. My voice sounds questionable. And yes, I am still wearing my Christmas jammies. I paid $30 for these jammies. I will wear them year round, okay? Okay, I'm glad we got that out of the way. So, I'm still feeling sick. I just rolled out of bed, but I also read this morning when I was in bed, so it's like 11 o'clock. So I got up at like 9 something and then just decided to lay in bed and read. 17 and a half hours left. So there's no way that's getting done today. It'll probably get done tomorrow. So I finished Fight this morning, and now the second book is out and I really want to read it, but I do think that these would be best enjoyed with like a little break in between, because I feel like it might get a little repetitive because it's the same group of firefighters, just a different guy. So I think I'm going to take a break from this. The goal is to now start One Dark Window, and I would like to read the physical copy. I have it on my Kindle, but I would like to read the physical copy. I haven't read a physical book in the longest time. I need to get back into reading the physical books because I have so many books on my physical TBR. So yeah, I got like a chapter into this. Oh, and I matched as best I could, I matched the tabs. I'm needing something a little different. I'm needing something that I'm going to be obsessed with. And I feel like usually that's fantasy. It's kind of hard for it to be a contemporary, but it's happened. But I feel like a fantasy is more likely to fill that void, so to speak. So that. Also, back to this really quick. This was good. I last updated you at the 50% mark. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It's not even like up for debate if it's 4.5. It's just a like plain 4-star. It's pretty good, very fast paced, very quick read. It was good. Like, I had a good time, but just something about it, like, I don't want to spoil what happens, but there are certain things that happen that make me not have it be a 5-star. So the spice was incredible. And in the first like 20-30%, it's often sprinkled throughout. So love to see it. But other than that, it was a good contemporary, you know, like I've only read one other firefighter romance, and he was like a firefighter in a small town. And it was like a fire every other day. But this was more like realistic in my opinion. So yeah. But I think I'm gonna jump into One Dark Window. And I don't really know anything about this other than it's my book club pick this month. and I've been told I'm going to immediately want to pick up Two Twisted Crowns. So let's get into it. You guys, look at this cup my mom got me. The lightning cup with my name on it. Yes, yes, absolutely, love it. This is my new hyperfixation water bottle, in case you're wondering. All right, we have some updates. Hopefully today is the last day. I have 9.5 hours left on the clock. It's 12, so I really need to get to reading. Couple updates. One, I finished One Dark Window. Now, I'm torn between a 4 and a 5 star for this. And when I sit and think to myself, like, why isn't this a 5 star? I don't really have good answers as to why it's not a 5 star. What I'm really waiting for is I'm gonna now get into Two Twisted Crowns. I wanna see, like, I basically just wanna see, do I like this one more? Because if I like this one more, that would be 5 stars. If I don't, that makes this 5 stars. Are we tracking? Okay, cool. I read about halfway on the physical book, and then I switched over to my Kindle and just like blasted through it. There's one scene in this. There's one scene. Okay, so I got to 50%. I'm all over the place, but I got to 50%, and then it was like, I was like on my Goodreads, can someone tell me if there's romance in this? And shout out to Leah, because Leah, just one word, she was just like, yes. So I was hopeful, because I thought this was going to be like more romance heavy for whatever reason, but like definitely romance subplot. But we get to like 75%, and he says, this might be a minor spoiler if you haven't read it, so like, so sorry. I'm not going to say who's saying anything, because I was confused on who the love interest was until like 50%. Regardless. Where he's like, can I kiss you? And they'd been kissing already, and she's like, it's a little late for that, don't you think? And he was like, not on your mouth. You guys, that line will be the line I associate with this book for the rest of ever. I'm sorry, I loved it. I really like the magic system too, right? That's great. Really unique magic system. Like great world building. I liked this book a lot. And I feel like I read it pretty quickly. So yeah, I just really loved it. And then I have been listening to, not like a whole bunch, but I did like some chores this morning. And so I'm on chapter 22, 4.5 hours left of Under Lock and Key, which is getting really good. So I'm really liking that. I have 4.5-ish hours left on that, and then I have the entirety. I'm only like 5% into Two Twisted Crowns, and I think this one's a little chunkier than, yeah, 425 pages. So I think that one's a little chunkier. Also, I was reading this, and tell me why I was like kind of in love with Elm. Is it just me? Because like his character, I was like, I like him. Like, yes, he's a little like rough around the edges, but I like him. I hope we get more of him in Two Twisted Crowns. So to recap, started and finished Fight by Sloane St. James. Started and finished One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. Started Two Twisted Crowns. I was already partway through Under Lock and Key, and I want to read the next book in that firefighter series, the one after Fight, the one that's by Paisley Hope. I want to read that one so badly, but I'm gonna put it like, I'm gonna save it because I feel like it's gonna be so good. I'm gonna save it for when I need something to like really hit. So, and separately from all that, so this was my book club pick for the month. So I already got this one out of the way. I do have another book club book I need to read, but that's not until like later in the month. So I think that can wait. I want to make sure that like I am not reading anything when Onyx Storm comes out so that I can read Onyx Storm. But Simone sent me a reel of the Windy City series and like the aesthetic of each book, and I was just like, I really want to read the Windy City series. But I told her I am gonna finish what is currently out of the Playing for Keeps series, because I read Consider Me and Play With Me, but what are the other two? Okay, book 3 is the next one that I need to read. It's called Unravel Me. And then I think Simone said that Fall With Me is her favorite. So I need to immediately read that one. I'm so excited, but I will be doing that at some point soon. But this ended in a way that I was like, fine, I'll go directly into book 2, knowing that the book club girls read both books and I don't want anything spoiled for me. So hopefully everyone reads the 2 books so we can chit chat about it. So yeah, we got some football games on today. So I'll be watching those in the background, reading Two Twisted Crowns or listening to Under Lock and Key. And then, oh, let me show you, hold on. I started this, if you've been here for a while, I'm sure you've already seen him, but I'm starting this for my little baby nephew that's gonna be born in like 3 weeks. I started it in October. I put it down, started a million other things. I made him something else, like I crocheted something for him. But now I'm like, oh, I need to actually finish this project. So I'm making him this little like baby lion to put in his nursery. I just thought it was so cute. So I still have a ways to go, but most of his face is done. I have to do all of this. And then like little pieces here and there. But I figured audiobook would be best to work on this. And yeah, so we're just hanging out today. I'm probably gonna listen to Under Lock and Key because I do wanna finish that today. And then we'll see how far I can get into Two Twisted Crowns. You guys, I messed up. Okay, I messed up. So I was reading last night and a couple things happened. So I was reading Two Twisted Crowns last night. Let's see how far I got into it. I was reading it on my Kindle holder, so it's going to show up this way. Still have 9 hours left in the book, 12% in. This is chapter 7. I'm struggling. Oh, I need to change this. I'm severely struggling because I'm like, I like the POVs we're getting. I don't want to get too much into like what I'm struggling with because I feel like that's going to spoil it a little bit. But I messed up in the sense that I was nice and comfy in my bed. I ended up falling asleep and forgetting to turn off the timer for the 24-hour. I have 55 minutes left, you guys. 55 minutes left. So I'm like, what do I do? It was around 9 hours and change, but I don't know what the change was. Was the change 12 minutes? Was it 57 minutes? I don't know. But when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, no way, I never turned that off. Yes way. So I'm thinking, we're just gonna roll with it and I'm gonna see where the next 55 minutes can get me, and then we're gonna call it a wrap on the video because the video is taking quite some time and I gotta get it posted so that you can watch it and then you can be like, wow, you're so amazing, Sarah, like you're my favorite YouTuber ever. And I'd be like, oh, really? Me? I think we're just gonna go with the 55 minutes. And Two Twisted Crowns is not super holding my attention. Maybe it was just me last night, so I'm going to try these next 55 minutes to read Two Twisted Crowns. And if it's not sticking, like, I might just DNF. Yeah, I might just DNF. Or I'll just put a pause, and then I want to read that other firefighter romance by Paisley Hope. Or I'm thinking like a hockey romance because hockey romance always hits. So something like romance heavy because the romance in this, it was barely in the first book and now in the second book it's like non-existent. So I'm having a hard time with that. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Y'all, I'm struggling. I'm on chapter 15, 21% in with 7.5 hours left. I don't want to read it. I don't, but the girls at book club read it, so I'm like, I feel like I should, and I really like Elm, and I feel like he's gonna be a bigger character in this than he was in the first one. I don't know, but the timer is up. I really need to get better at these 24-hour reading vlogs. I mean, like, it takes me several days, and yes, I was sick. I was sick, so there's that. But I need to get better at like doing them faster. So maybe I'll just do another one immediately after. That'd be crazy. Or would it? I kind of want to do, actually I'm not going to tell you because then I'll just do it. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me and just for like keeping me company. This has been fantastic. I hope that you first of all made it to the end of the video, because if you have, hi, I think we're best friends now. But I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time. Bye.